So I'm going to start with my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
I know why we don't have any serial killers.
Yeah.
Why?
So, what have we been doing for the last 30 to 40 years in this country? We have been lowering the standards for law enforcement officers, and we have been hiring more cops. One of the biggest tales for a potential serial killer is trying to get into law enforcement. You see where I'm going with this? All the serial killers we would have had are cops now. Derek Chauvin, if he didn't do the fucking can on George Floyd's neck, he'd be doing that shit to fucking streetwalkers.
Yeah.
He'd be the fucking Cincinnati fucking neck walker or whatever.
Charleston Stomper.
Yeah,
So you think all the serial killers? So you think all the serial killers became cops?
100%. It makes a lot more sense than my previous theory of like, oh, they're just all spree killers now.
Well, I think spree killing is the new thing because like I think there's some sort of like ego that goes with serial killing, but like when Matt, there are like several confirmed police serial killers over time.
Oh yes, I do.
It's mostly in Europe, oddly enough.
A lot of ex-military also.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. A lot of them don't actually see combat though. They're usually like the radio technicians and shit.
I think there's a good reason why they didn't. Yeah. I think serial killers who were in the army but never saw combat. These are people who went in the army because they wanted to see combat and they never did. And they were
Leonard Lake used to brag that he was like a killer over in Vietnam with Charles Ng, and then when it turned out later they were just Charles Ng was at a military base in Hawaii and never left the continental United States. And Leonard Lake was a radio guy who was like 15 miles away from any near combat.
Probably just fantasizing, though. Being like, I want an ear necklace. That'd be so cool.
Up like a bug. Really hot.
Charles Ng was funny to me because of how much he fucked up. He's funny to me because of how much he fucked up his own trial. Like I saw his like documentary essentially, and they were like, well, basically, by the end of the trial, there was a really good, solid reason to believe that Ng could get away with this. His defense team were really good. They were able to dismantle most of the evidence that was brought against him, discredit many of the witnesses, and essentially like deny key evidence on technicalities and stuff like that. So there was a really good chance he could have gotten away with it, but for some fucking reason, because he just couldn't handle the prosecution saying like shit talking him, he's like, "I'm gonna take the stand." So he took the stand and fucked himself up.
Speaking of hardened criminals.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt, apparently you've got quite the fucking rap sheet here.
Yeah, so I took out the mutes, Lundy, because the mutes aren't fun to explain. It's just...
that's... Mutes can happen for all variety of reasons. It can just be like, you leave your mic open and like there's background noise and it's annoying people. Shit like that. That's nothing. But I do want to go through the
premeditated, thought-out crimes are more interesting.
The warnings, the kicks, and the bans. So
the note. The note is kind of important for understanding why I have such a long rap sheet and why I take pride in
it. Okay. So, yeah. We can blame @free from the Black Advisory Board for Matt gaining pride in his
I had pride before this. This comment comes from me explaining my criminal ways.
Right, so is Lundy gonna like read them off, or how are we
gonna? So basically, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go over these various different things, and he's gonna just like tell us how it happened. Starting off with the warnings, I'm going to try and go in chronological order here from the past to the present on each of these. So let's see. the first warning that Matt received was calling someone gay.
Yeah, that was because I posted a picture of a retarded looking dog to another one of the people we will soon be discussing on here, Renok.
I remember
it was a retarded looking dog, and it had like a star around it, and it said, "You are the biggest gay."
It was the one.
This is what ruined me, by the way. It was this moment where it's like I can no longer have a clean rap sheet.
Yeah.
I might as well be a criminal.
Now that Matt has begun his criminal ways.
It was the one who
it's like playing GTA when you see that first star pop up and it's like, how high can I make this shit fucking go?
Renok was the one who went to visit you, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure.
So this was a warning that was issued by MikeCom32. Who's that, Matt?
He doesn't pop in anymore that much. He's like an old head from like the TeamSpeak days and Destiny community. He tried to help me fix my internet one time. He's okay.
All right, fair enough.
Though I do harbor a bit of a grudge against him because he is the one that got me fucking fucking deputied. Because I don't know if it was this one or a later thing, but when Mike Com tried to reg me, he couldn't because I was a deputy. And I posted Venture Brothers talking to Dr. Orpheus saying, "You have no power over me, silly Billy." And he took exception to that.
He didn't like it. Like no longer having any authority over you.
Yeah, so
oh God. Okay. Your next warning here is from @many_numbers. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a person who has either deleted their account or that's somebody who's either deleted their account or has had their account banned. I'll be honest, I don't remember who gave me this one.
Don't post still images or stills from cartoons with bare asses.
I literally just looked up a clip art of a naked butt, and I posted that in chat one day.
You just decided, behold everyone, a naked butt.
Yeah, I put it in spoilers and I was like, hey guys, look at this.
Yeah. Making sure that everybody has to intentionally click on it first before they see it, so they have a nice little surprise. Of course,
which you know it's funny. I did that with the "You're the biggest gay" thing as well. Again,
God.
Reasonable man driven to unreasonable actions. This is why my rap sheet will continue to grow.
What I love about your crimes, Matt, is they're never straightforward. You never just like say something with like you're aware of what's going to happen, and so you decide to make it as interesting as you can.
Oh, it's funny you say that when we get to the next one, because that is literally what happened with that one. It's like, look, I know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna say what everybody is thinking.
Anti-PhD seeker warned you on 7/30 of 2020. He or she or whatever the fuck insinuating that someone on the server is probably mentally R-word.
This is before the retard got dealing with that shit. Yeah, so there's this. I'm not gonna name her, but there's this user who is a Wiccan, and she at one point was talking about how we can make more land in the ocean and put goats on the land, and that's how we can stop world hunger. She also has claimed in the past to use moon magic to kill Nazis by giving them heart attacks.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Pray?
It was like was it Witches Against Trump or Witches for Bernie? Or
yeah, that kind of shit. Yeah, so
yeah.
We were talking about her, and everybody was just skirting around it, and I was like, look, I'll fucking say it. She is probably mentally retarded. She should not be on the server. This is a bad place for her because people like me will bully her.
And then anti-PhD seeker gave you a
And guess what?
warning.
She is still on the server, and people like me bully her.
Bullier. So you received this warning, and it was just that scene of Matt being like fucking approached by the police with like a finger in his face, and he's just like, silence the truth.
I prefer to see it more like Jesus standing up to the Roman guards when they come for him and being like, as it will be, my children.
They hated him for he spoke the truth.
Yeah.
So you stand by that one. That person is probably
I stand by
retarded.
everything on my rap sheet.
Okay, fair enough. Good to know. Good to
I've
know.
honestly, in my opinion, done nothing wrong.
That's really good to know for the next one.
I was gonna say, don't spoil any of them, but are there any that you would say you're particularly proud of without saying?
Oh yeah, the next one's really great because Renok really undersold who I said should die.
Is he still around, by the way, or no?
Nah, some stuff happened.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Let's see. So Renok gave you a warning on 10/23 of 2020. Renok, friend of the show, saying that he hopes someone dies.
So that someone was Donald Trump, current president of the United States, and that was me saying I would put a crossbow bolt in his throat.
That's a lot more specific than just saying that you hope that he dies. Like,
yeah, Renok was being nice with that one.
you had a plan and everything. You were like, I know the weapon I'm going to be
Not really
using,
a
and I know
plan.
where I'm going. I know how I'm going to be, where I'm aiming it.
I mean, that a plan does not make like a weapon and a target. Like, there's other things to a plan.
Well, if an intelligent plan, yes, but a slapdash plan that you just make, like it's premeditated. That's the point. Let's see. Next warning. At George Nunez Pockets Holland. This one is a little bit vague. It just says a word.
I called somebody autistic.
Oh, the A word. Got it. Okay, that's
Server
Not-
sucks.
yeah. Who would you call autistic?
I don't remember. Some autistic shithead. Somebody who deserved it.
Who's George Nunez or whatever?
Oh, he's cool. He's like a guy from Wells.
Okay, gotcha.
Which one's the
Likes
Australian?
rats.
Which one's the Australian that wants to come on at some point?
That's Rocket Man. He is not a regulator.
I think you said that he throws around retard pretty heavily. So
Yeah. That wouldn't make much sense if he was a regulator.
I mean, look who owns the server.
True. Let's see. And the last warning that we have from 5/24/2022 at Bog Boy. Don't be a dingus, Napalm.
I'm not sure. Probably told somebody to kill themselves, or I called him autistic or something.
that one, that one gets lost in the.
I'll be honest. This could be like, yeah, I told someone to kill themselves. I said one of the slurs that I don't respect the rules on it being not banned, like the white slurs or gypsy.
So these are the ones. These are the warnings. Okay, so these are the least serious crimes.
These are the smacks.
Yeah, these are the smacks on the wrist saying, "Don't do that."
Also, I want it to be known, like half of these, I have actually added myself to the regulators. Because nobody else will, because people like me. So it's like, fine, I'll fucking do it myself. Again, the most honest of criminals. You caught me again, Flash.
So next we have the kicks. These are the second tier of crimes that you can do. Something that gets you actually kicked from the server, not banned, just kicked. So let's see. We're also gonna try and do this in chronological order. We got Mike Com coming back at it. Posting a song with the F word in the title twice, and then saying in full caps, "quote No regrets." Unquote.
Was it Gangster
when
Fag?
regs were pinged?
It was Gangster Fag, and it was the faggots. Yes. And again, to this day, when people ask me about this one, it's like, look, pro-gay song, no regrets.
You've seen one fag, you've seen them all.
You picked the wrong fucking fags to fuck with.
I
Like
just
that
love.
song showed that gay people can be terrifying.
If you don't want it, then he wants it. That's what's important.
That He Wants It is unironically a really good song.
I
will sing that to myself sometimes. Just he wants it, he needs it.
I think "Run from the Faggots" is a great song.
Run from the Faggots is a good song, but it's like I can get why that audio.
Well, I mean,
like,
if we're gonna talk about subject matter, he wipes his cock off on like a kid's teddy bear near the end of "He Wants It."
True, he does. He does kind of ruin "He Wants It" at the end with the teddy bears. It's kind of like, look, man, you didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to.
But he is a gangster fag. You have to remember.
He is gangster, so.
I just love the detail of Mike Combs' band, or rather kick. The way that it's phrased, posting a song with the F word in the title twice and then saying no regrets. Like,
Again,
it really paints a picture of the situation, right?
And he's
like,
not wrong.
You post the song, someone says at regulators, and then you immediately follow that up with no regrets.
I posted that like 5 times because that's how long it took to kick.
We have another user who has since left the regulators and probably the Destiny community in general. On 1/12 of 2020, used the R word. That's back when it was still banned.
Yeah, probably just called some retard a retard.
Yeah, very, very basic. But you had at this point already received a warning on that. Well, no, you didn't receive a warning on that. By then, you had received the warning of calling someone gay. You did not have any other warnings beyond that at that point. Let's see. The next one, another deleted user posting a meme edit of a shooting victim.
So it was the pedophile that Kyle Rittenhouse shot. You know, the picture where his arm is like all blown off and he's like just kind of crying. It was that, but it was also Joe Biden like sniffing his neck. And fun story with that one, a regulator who is no longer a regulator, Mike Com. I wish I could have gotten something from Mike Com before he stopped being a regulator. Anyways, so Mike Com wanted to post that, but he was like, I shouldn't. And I was like, give it to me. I'll fucking post it. I don't give a shit.
That's why he's no longer a regulator. He's a dirty cop. He's making he's asking someone else to do crimes on his behalf.
I don't like the term dirty cop. I like this. He's more like a Serpico. Who was thinking about it? Serpico was a dirty cop, but he was a good dirty cop.
He was encouraging crimes to be done on his behalf because he wanted them done.
Look, crime is fun, and that was a fun crime.
Anti-PhD seeker once again on 9/11 of 2020.
Oh boy.
Constitution is still in effect. Don't use banned language.
Retard or faggot?
Yeah, this is when we thought we were getting rid of the Constitution in that server, and I just started saying slurs like retard, cracker, honky.
Okay. So there's a Destiny server Constitution specifically.
It's gone now. It's just been replaced by actual rules.
I think calling it a Constitution is pretty cringe. Not gonna lie.
It was pretentious, but like at least there. At first, there was like the idea that it would be like an actual living kind of set of rules that would be adapted and changed over time.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen.
The goal of its original incarnation was to be able to create amendments to it.
We're talking about a community of people that have all been fans of a streamer, have met up and fucked each other. I think we've passed cringe and autism a while ago.
Fair.
I mean, I like some of them from what I remember. I don't have any ill will at this point.
I don't either, to be honest.
Skull.
10/17/2021, free from the Black Advisory Board once more, comes back to kick Napalm. Slipped and dropped the R word. It wasn't the slur he wanted to be.
Did you pick it up?
But I hate you.
I'll shoot myself later. Don't worry.
Now I gotta restart. Slipped and dropped the R word. It wasn't the slur he wanted to be regged for, but the slur that was needed.
So that was a whole arc where I was like, I want to be banned for using white slurs because that'd be funny to me.
Yeah,
So I
right?
was just saying white slurs, putting them in my name, doing all kinds of shenanigans, as you do.
As you do.
And we were talking about fucking, I don't know what we were talking about, but it made me think about the Kennedys, and I brought up Rosemary Kennedy, and I said, yeah, the Kennedys, they lobotomized the retarded one.
And then finally they were like, "Ha! We can definitely kick you for that."
Yeah.
Shit. They kind of beat you on that one, then, didn't they? Because like you were trying to get banned for all the cracker, the white slurs, blah blah, but you ended up getting kicked for something else. They defeated you in that instance.
They did, and this is something we'll get to when we get to the bands that I'll talk about, but and also with the next one as well is I don't like it when I get regged and I don't feel like I've earned it. But it's the automated machine bippity boop ones and zeros giving me the reg. That actually pisses me off. I see it as steroid. This is why I'm angry at a user in d.gg Uni. Good guy. I like him. Not for everybody.
This episode
He's
partially
gotten a
for
longer
you to
rap
air
sheet.
all your grievances out.
Uni has gotten a longer rap sheet. Oh, I've talked about this in there before. Like, I bitch about it constantly. Because people bring up, like, oh, Napalm, Uni's rap sheet's longer than yours. How do you feel about that? And it's like, Uni's a fucking dirty damn cheater. Because he just types the N-word and the robot kicks him. That's not fair. I'm out there putting in the work, thinking of schemes.
I'm out there
Getting shit
digging
done.
holes, falling into them, getting back up.
Napalm's on that fucking like getting banned grind set,
Matt
and
Dotrieve.
I'm fucking John Henry, and he's the evil Yakubian with the fucking hole digging machine.
Being the tunnel machine.
Yeah, it's unfair.
whatever it is.
I don't know. Folklore. I'm stupid.
So yeah, the next kick was by an auto mod. Violation of the racial slur POC filter. Final score 200.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but anyways. So, this one doubly pisses me off because I didn't actually post the slur. I posted a news article about a particularly large Maine Coon cat.
Oh, and they took you for... Okay.
And it took me for the word coon.
Yep.
When it referred to the fucking cat and not a slur.
Yeah, I meant to say earlier, is this mic okay where it's at right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just wanted to make sure. Continue with your coon talk. My apologies.
And there's one band. We'll talk about that right when we get to the bands after this last kick. But there was one band on here that really pissed me off, and I had to do some work to get it taken off.
I think so you would say that anytime, so when you get banned for something that is unexpected, that annoys you like infinitely more than getting banned for something that you intentionally wanted to get banned for.
Not even unexpected. It's just I don't respect the robot.
That's true.
If one of the people banned me for this, I'd be like, that's hilarious. They banned me for talking about a cat and not a person.
Okay. But stupid fucking robots don't count because, well,
Yeah,
it's super easy to get them.
Yeah, they ain't got fucking souls. They ain't got morality. They're just beeps and boops.
They're not making
Nothing.
decisions.
Yeah.
You're not proving anything by getting banned by a bot.
This is like a tangent, but I hate the fucking inbuilt Clyde bot in Discord.
Yeah.
So fucking much. Because there's so many times I'm trying to post a wrestling meme in that server, and Clydebot's like, oh, this seems like it's not safe for work.
I'm only talking
but then,
to you. No one else can see it.
And then we'll get into it later on with the bans, but when I post actual pornography, Clyde's like, yeah, this is totally fair. This is fine.
Your last kick was on 7/26 of 2022. That's very recently, Matt. This is from Bog Boy. You know what you did. Don't say banned words. My favorite thing is when we get to the ones where it's just very clear that they know you.
Yeah, later on, it's like they treat me like how like a small town police department would treat the local drunk of like, oh, old Napalm's fucking been hitting the fucking devil sauce again.
The Otis or wherever the fuck from the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, Otis.
Yeah.
It's okay. The band that you do not see, because I had it removed, was back last October when I had to put Casey down. I requested a week-long ban because I knew I would not be in a mood to suffer fucking fools, and it would probably be the closest I ever actually did get to being permanently banned in the server.
Right.
So I asked this mod, who's no longer a mod, Phil. That actually might be one of the guys who's the numbers. Actually, is Phil. Accounts. I don't know, but anyways, Phil literally
There's 3 different numbers up here, so I don't know.
the day before I come back, Phil steps down as a mod. And so I have to ask Auntie, who was the head regulator at the time, to get it off of my rap sheet. Auntie being smart and realizing, oh, this is the one thing Napalm doesn't like on his rap sheet. I'm keeping it on his rap sheet as an actual punishment. Kept it on my rap sheet. So literally fucking weeks, months go by with me just being like, please fucking remove it from my fucking rap sheet. I hate it. It's fucking it's not an honest ban. I requested this shit. I didn't it's not like any of the other fun ones. Like, come on, like remove it. So what ended up happening is there's this other user, Unknown Ghost, who he kept getting banned because like he annoyed people. And he would come back in on alt accounts, and he ended up tricking Micro, who was still a reg at the time, into thinking one of his alt accounts wasn't an alt account by bringing in a user up. Fuck, I forget what, Crypto Ninja? I think it was Crypto Ninja, this Brazilian guy who got banned for being really creepy towards women in the server. He brought him in because Micro had never dealt with him. So he was like, look, this account isn't me because somebody else is talking. And then Auntie found out about it because Auntie was the one who permanently banned Crypto. He permanently banned Unknown. Cut to a couple of days later, there's this new account. Not even a couple of days. I think maybe even hours later. I noticed this account pop up, Mr. Tar Heel. Like Unknown was from fucking Carolina, and he was a fan of the Tar Heels, so that immediately fucking like popped in some things. And then I was talking about Fighter Z. Unknown is a huge Dragon Ball fan, and then when I was talking about Yamcha, this Mr. Tar Heel guy out of nowhere sends me a message about Yamcha, and then it all clicked in my head. This is Unknown. And then I went to Auntie and I told him, I know of an account that Unknown is in here under. I will tell you that account for you removing the ban I requested. And then Auntie fucking got Unknown and he removed the ban and I made the deal. I feel bad about it still. I feel bad for selling because I do like Unknown. Unknown's a good kid.
he's a good I love Matt being the sort of like older criminal who's been in the game for a while and he sees this other kid going around going, I'm gonna do all the crimes, and Matt's just like, you have fun, man. You have fun, kid. I remember when I was full of that amount of piss and vinegar. I respect it.
Yeah, so I do feel bad about selling out. But then again, he had like 2 more fake accounts in that server that got banned like several days after I pointed out that account. So it made me feel a little less bad.
It's like he would have been found out eventually, so.
Yeah, at least this way I got something out of it.
Yeah.
It benefited me, so
the true mind of a criminal. All right, so we're on bans now. So 5/20 of 2021 took you a while to actually get like straight up banned. It took you a good while. You've been in that server for a very long time. At that point, at least a couple years. And your first ban is from Not Dice to the Ninth, a 1-day ban for edgy suicide joke.
Yeah, so that was a day that Bitcoin was dipping really hard, so I went into the Bitcoin thread and I just posted the National Suicide Hotline as a concerned citizen,
Of course.
and they did not see it that way.
They didn't understand that you're just trying to help.
Yeah. Again, this is why I'm an asshole, because when I do try to sincerely help people, it blows up in my face.
Not Dice the Ninth does not understand your level of empathy.
Yeah, I didn't want any of them to kill them. I do now, because I got a ban for it. Like, fuck them.
George Nunez, on 8/12 of 2021, 1-day ban. He said the R word, but self-reported. He should really know better.
I do, but I don't want to.
Exactly, right? It's like, I suppose this is fairly on in your band career. This is like midway through your kick career, though.
Yeah.
So
It's like
I don't know.
MMA, you gotta work yourself up the weight divisions.
I feel like he should know that you know better.
It's like, yeah, I do know better, but like, retard's a fun word, and like, sometimes somebody's gonna say, and I'm so glad that word's unbanned now, because it's just like, God, I can just call the retards again. It's so good. My favorite thing now is bringing up 24 chromosomes. Like, damn, motherfucker, you're so dumb. Did you find your family on 24andMe? I had a really great one that I wish I got a ban for it the other day, but I think I talked about it in here about slurs, and some black guy was talking about how the N-word was their slur, and it's like, motherfucker, that's not your slur. Your ancestors only came up with slurs based off of whistles and clicks.
Oh, I told that in the Facebook group chat, and Luigi wanted me to tell you his words.
Why?
Unga and bunga.
Oh, that sounds so creative.
Yeah.
Unga bunga is something we made up.
Yep.
Again, point white man. Look,
Hey,
if there's one thing we're good at, it's slur making.
can I detract for a second and tell you a fact about Luigi real quick?
Sure.
That's not. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, we were waiting for you.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna guess.
Oh, I no idea. It's fucking Luigi.
Bone broth.
Sorry, bone broth?
I was drinking from a can. He said it was delicious.
Oh, I have no idea what the hell that is.
Broth made out of bone.
Yeah, it's just broth made for it's a basic stock. I mean, not stock, broth.
Okay.
I have another fact about
Broth
him,
is
but-
made from bones. Stock is made from meat and vegetables.
I have another fact about him, but I don't know if it's good to say it right now because I don't know if. I'll wait until after the recording. I'll tell you later. Sorry, continue with the. How many bands do we have, by the way?
Just about 4 more. No, 5 more. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, only 5 more bands. 9. This one's involved.
This one slightly annoys me.
9/22 of 2021. Bog Boy, 7-day ban. No matter how much you hate the guy joking about ending his career by leaking Discord, shit is way too far.
So, firstly, I'm not going to say any names. I do not. I talk about the nicer people to him in the server. I just brought up the hypothetical because this person has a certain job where it's like, hey, they do their job a lot while they're in here. They have done it on cam, how much of that do you think we would have to record to get them fired?
So you just asked a hypothetical question.
Yeah, I just was asking questions.
Curiosity got the better of you.
I do understand why I caught the ban, because afterwards it was explained to me, like, hey, Napalm, you might not hate this guy, but there are a lot of people in that server that do hate them that will fucking take this idea and run with it. So it's like, you know what? Fair enough. The thing that annoys me is I wish Balkboy didn't say I hated it. Because again, don't.
Oh, you were worried it might ruin the reputation with the guy.
Yeah, and it hasn't.
It's also just not true. Like, Matt just does not particularly
Never saw,
appreciate
like,
non-truths.
Right, I get you.
Um,
I feel that. I've had something like that happen recently.
I can understand your position there, Matt. Like, I think it's a little interesting that they decided to ban you for spreading dangerous ideas, essentially.
Again, like our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Hey.
Let's see.
Nice.
2 of 28 of 2022. Bogboy again. 3-day ban. Don't say R word as a replacement of the actual R word. Well, what the fuck is he supposed to say?
Yeah, that's what was my argument was. Is like, look, I didn't call him the actual word.
Are we gonna ban people for saying N word now? Like,
yes.
Okay.
Oh, this just made me realize, because this is a newer, updated version of my rap sheet that I called in than the original picture. Andrea stepped down.
Oh, what happened with Andrea?
I don't know, but that must be another reason. See, I thought this was going to be a whole thing of like, man, I got all the VC mods like regged me now. Like, Alexander looked out for there were no more lands to conquer, and he wept. But I guess it's more like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused. It's like the regulators keep coming in, and I just keep being a crook.
5/30 of 2022. This one is weirdly sweet. Anti-PhD seeker says, 1-day ban. Why do you hurt me like this and use slurs?
So we were talking about how Indian people hate Africans, and I might have used the term night monkey. That wasn't me saying it. I was saying
you were quoting.
That's what the fuck. I was like, look, Indian people think fucking Africans are night monkeys you can buy for doubloons.
I'm imagining this conversation being had as you're being like, fucking checked into the fucking police station. You're being processed and all that shit, and you're doing your thumbprint and shit, and just Anti is just sitting there watching you, just shaking his head. Why do you hurt me like this? And you're just like doing the fucking fingerprints, going, look, all I did is use a quote. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. I just quoted Mon come from the Jewish veteran.
I love that Anti essentially establishes with this particular ban message that he does love you. It doesn't want you to do these bad things.
Again, this is why I have to report myself. This is why I have to put in work. You know how long I was trying to get a fucking ban from fucking Andrea and fucking Amelie?
Took you a while.
It really fucking did. It was not for a lack of trying.
So this one, I'm going to take this. I know you didn't intend on this, Matt, but I'm still going to take this as my birthday present because this is on 8/1 of 2022, my birthday.
Thanks for getting me nothing, by the way, Matt.
Andrea.
When's your birthday? I'll say the N-word in there
the fucking day after his ass.
Andrea posts 5-day ban.
I got a 5-day ban. I can't get rebanned.
5-day ban for posting NSFW in SFW, followed by a frowny face.
Matt, you were the least bad thing that happened on my birthday. I had double ear infections. It's fine.
Alright, so you know the meme that was going around back then, talk about it like it was years ago. You know the whole meme of like the like me when I like my husband when he sees a peach lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I posted an edit of another one of her comics where it's like my workout at home, and it was just her like with a bunch of toys and kids and shit around her, and then it was my husband's workout at home, and it was somebody sucking their own dick. And I posted it twice in there actually, but the first time nobody saw it, so I was like, might as well do it again, I guess.
You were like, no, I'm gonna keep posting this until someone gives me the attention that I think this deserves. I think this.
Which actually goes into the next band too, because I had to argue with Amelie to give me this band, because it's like, if you do not do this, I will not learn.
That's not true, though.
Well, if you've noticed a distinguishing pattern, most of the bands, except for Retard, I don't get kicked or banned for the same thing twice, really, except for Retard. But that's not a problem anymore. The chains have been released on that one.
The other thing to bear in mind as well is that the people who ban, warn, kick, Matt, they are varied. It's almost, aside from multiple appearances by Bog Boy on the bands, almost all of these are by different people in each of these lists.
Yeah, this is how you do it. You gotta, like, people ask me, like, Napalm, how do you get such a long rap? One, you gotta put in the work. Two, you gotta mix it up. You can't be banned for the same thing numerous times. Unless it's like an actual slip, like me with Retard.
Which that's just a natural part of your vocabulary.
Yeah, they just understood that, like, look, Napalm's occasionally going to say retard every 6 to 9 months. He can't hold it in longer than that.
It's actually a very long time. I'm surprised it's not more often.
I mean, now it's like every day in there.
I mean, now that it's no longer against the rules. So your last ban was on 8/14 of 2022.
Yeah.
Immediately Chaotic Queer. 5-month ban. Don't tell people to kill themselves.
No, 5 minute.
5-minute ban. Really?
Yes.
You argued. How long did you argue with Amelie for this?
No, not that long. People were actually like, no, Napalm, don't do it. Everybody was like, don't get banned. And I was like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're saying. Amelie, I literally told a motherfucker to clean their fucking ears with a bullet. Give me a fucking ban.
I earned it. This reminds me of when you and I played Cards Against Humanity together.
I think I was there for that.
Because you gave an answer to a question that I was like fucking judging, and it made literally 0 sense, but because it made me laugh, you said, "Give me the fucking points." That's how this game works. I can't even remember what the fuck that even was. So yeah, you told someone to clean their ear out with a bullet, and then Amelie was like, I don't think I should ban him for that, honestly. I mean, it's clearly a joke. He's just messing around. You're just like, no, that is against the stated rules. You cannot let me break a rule and not ban me. And then after wearing her down, if you
don't ban me now, I'm going to keep doing it. This is the lesson I'm taking from it, because he's not the first person in recent time that I've told to kill themselves in here. I've been doing this for a while now. If I keep getting not punished, the lesson I'm going to learn is I can tell people to kill themselves without repercussion in here.
And you managed to inch out a very small, very squeaky 5-minute ban.
See, this is like my curse now in there. It's like, I want to get these bans, but like people like me, and it's like it's giving me beyond plot armor at this fucking point. It's like I'm gonna need a KPG. This is why I joked about like, yeah, if I ever get permanently banned, I'm gonna have to like fucking abduct a 5-year-old and jump on their head like fucking Super Mario does to a Goomba. And I'm pretty sure my ban wouldn't be as long as my fucking prison sentence.
I think the last thing here to kind of go over is just how exactly did you get this note on 5/17 of 2022 where 3 of the Black Advisory Board says the most honest of criminals. What exactly? Take us through that.
Well, we were talking about how people react because somebody had either got kicked or banned and they were bitching about it, and it was just take your fucking lumps and deal with it. Because like this is like even the ones that I don't agree with on here, I've never bitched about being, except for the fucking self-requested ban, because they knew that one was the only one that pissed me off, so they kept it. Like, I was like, oh, you're punishing me? Good. You should do that. It goes back into my whole psychological issues, Lundy, of just like, yeah, I'm a bad person. I deserve punishment.
You have a very odd, like very very singular, only you understand code of honor about that punishment too. This is why when Go asked me whether or not I liked Lucky from King of the Hill, I said, you know, he's kind of endearing because he has this weird code of honor that seems like only he understands and reminds me a lot of you.
Yeah, it's like, look, I will do fucking bad things, but I know it's like nothing. And especially in a server like this, where there's like multiple people in these rooms, and they hear me say shit, and it's like, none of you fucking, like, if you don't, let me post the fucking meme. I'm gonna robot out while the meme is fucking loading. But like, I think this perfectly fucking sums up how, like, my position in the fucking server at this point.
He's already starting to robot.
He's already starting to robot. I love it. He called it perfectly.
Is this the finale, by the way?
This is
there we go.
This is a picture. This is a picture of Heath Ledger's Joker. On top it says, Napalm uses 3 white slurs in his name and nobody bats an eye. And at the bottom it says, some random uses the soft A and everyone loses their minds.
Yeah, because that's literally like some random dude will just drop me. I'll be like, yeah, I'm the gypsy king of fucking this server. Everybody's like, you are Napalm. You really are.